It took me a while to come up with my last one, but I feel like I've actually nailed it. This might actually be my number one pick. Might even be.
MVP.
Kim Kardashian.
Want some makeup advice, dude?
I'm trying to improve my look. That's what it's about.
I'm going to live to 100. I'm going to have great investments, and my skin's going to glow.
Yeah, I guess it's very easy when you drop that name that most people have a knee-jerk reaction to what Kim Kardashian represents or is in the world.
Totally. Like, I'm expecting you to say, get relationship advice. That's what I'm expecting.
Exactly.
No, why Kim Kardashian? I'll stop joking.
I would say she runs one of the most successful media brands in the world. So I look at what she's been able to create on the back of, I will say, some fortunate upbringing and location in time in the world. But you would have a very hard time convincing me that this is someone that hasn't put the work into creating one of the most successful media brands on the planet. So I think a lot goes into it that we are probably not privy to that I see in the moves they make. The second thing that comes into it, and this is the part that I'm even more impressed with, is she's recently started her own venture capital fund.
Dude, I saw that. Yeah. Oh my gosh, brilliant.
Yeah. So let's just think about this. You've got someone which has all the attention of the world practically. Like, I would say that, 90% of the planet knows who she is? Yep. 80%, something like that?
Anyone with the internet.
Very well-known figure here, and it's just opened up a venture capital firm where she can basically take any product that fits her audience demographic and deploy and distribute through that. And I just think that's phenomenal. I think it's really phenomenal. And you see some very powerful people doing that today. So Mr. Beast would be another one. So he's built this massive media empire in what I'll call new media, and then being able to turn their brands into something more. And like The Rock was actually another one that was on my list that I didn't want to put in because he was too obvious. But again, built an amazing personal brand, and now he's selling tequila through the brand. So there's these certain influencers and what I'll call media brands that are doing this new media model that I think is phenomenal. And I'm actually going to put myself out there and say that's where it's all going. So I liked Kim on my panel because potentially my other picks are maybe a little bit where the world is today, where I think Kim is where the future is a little bit more, and has done an amazing job in creating a new media brand and turning it into something more. So that's why she gets a pick here. Obviously, I have a media company as well. So I think there would be a lot my media company could learn and attain from what they do. And then the last component is access. I look at the access. Yeah, this is my actual number one for access. Like, don't get me wrong, the health access from Peter, the investing access from Howard, the business access from Keith, probably all phenomenal. But if you look at what room could Kim Kardashian honestly not get into?
Yep.
Or has the ability to get into?
I think that the interesting thing with Kim, from my viewpoint, is her ability to bring people around her to sort of, exponentially grow what she's got. So she has got this personality, this brand, right, that then other people have kind of just tacked on. And she is the one that's carved out, like the equity plays, the brand plays, all of these things. And she knows that the more she invests in her popularity, which obviously the TV show and social media, all those kind of things, all of these other things will grow. And kind of her sort of extended family has done the same off it. But it's a really interesting type of person, which is like, I'm willing to be the brand forever, right? Like she couldn't just say, well, I'm just not Kim Kardashian anymore. Like she couldn't just like try and put an actor in her place and be like, and they're the brand now. Like it's just not going to work, which means that her sort of long play around creating a brand, sustaining a brand through, dude, she's had some pretty wild scandals and things like that, but she has stayed kind of victorious throughout it all, which is like that adversity as well. I'm impressed, and I completely get why it's a bit of a left field one, but I can understand, especially from a media perspective, the new media concept is great. Like we all know that like TV, what is it, typical broadcast TV is kind of dying. Netflix and YouTube and all these sort of social media platforms are coming through. And she's like, anytime she gravitates towards a new platform, it's just like, bam. And it's like, cool, now they've just got a huge cult following just because of her migrating. the influence, but also access where she's the one that gets invited to all those dinner tables. The second that new thing's coming out, just knowing what's on the horizon is brilliant.
I also point out, you raise fantastic points. I do agree with those points. I feel like on this panel of advisors, this is the different opinion.
Totally.
Where I think it would be far too easy for Keith and Howard to align on something. And like age biased as well. Like they've got their own experiences because of their age, where Kim is much younger, wildly successful in her own right. She might even be more successful than Howard financially.
She actually might be. You might be right, to be fair.
But the point being is that I feel like this is where if you are going to have a panel of advisors, these counter type, having someone that is a little bit different so you don't have a bias formed that can potentially lure you in is one that I think is there. And like we've got these people in our own lives today, these contrarians or different thinkers. And I think this rounds out my panel of 4 really well here.
Hey, fellow business owner, if this topic and value-packed short video has resonated with you at all, and you want to dive deeper into creating wealth inside and outside your business, check out the full episode by clicking the link on your screen or in the description right now.